Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Muna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Om Vishwapat Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Shrotra Shri Srimad Abhay Charana Arvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai ISKCON Beauty Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Jai Om Vishwapat Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Shrotra Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद ऑल ग्लोरी टू द assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories all Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga all glories to Srila Prabhupada Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Srimad Bhagvatam Canto 10 Chapter 13 Verses 6 and 7 Atra bhoktavyam asmabhir divarudham Shudhardita Vatsa samipye papitva Charantu Shanakaistridam. Translation by His Divine Grace Abhay Charana Ravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. I think we should take our lunch here, since we are already hungry because the time is very late. Here the calves may drink water and go slowly here and there and eat the grass. Tatheti payayit varbha vatsan arudhya sadvale muktva shikyani bubhuju samam bhagavata muda. Accepting Lord Krishna's proposal, the cowherd boys allowed the calves to drink water from the river and then tied them to trees where there was green tender grass. Then the boys opened their baskets of food and began eating with Krishna in great transcendental pleasure. Bhagavata Om Ajnanatimirantasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadhamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunnyavadi Pashatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukham Karoti Vachalam Pangulangeti Giri Yat Kipatam Mande Shri Guru Dina Dharana Vancha Kalpatarusha Kipasindhaya Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namah Samam Bhagavata Muda. The Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, Krishna is mentioning now, and he's giving a proposal that, oh, my friends, let's go and have lunch over here. After Aghasur is killed, what exactly happened? So because he wanted to divert their attention from Aghasur, and now he's coming to the position where he's showing them that, see, the Yamuna is so beautiful. Yes, there is such green grass, the bank is so beautiful, the water is so nice, the trees are so nice. Isn't this a best place for us to actually have lunch? So the Lord is also proposing that maybe this might be a good place. If you wish, then we can have it over here. That is the surrender of the Lord to his devotees. He is Aham Sarvasya Prabho Mata Sarvam Pravartate. He owns everything, he is everything, there is nothing apart from him. Nobody is equal to him, nobody is greater, nobody is equal, nobody is greater. Yes, everybody is below him. It's only about him. All the Shaktis, all the Acharyas, they all express their gratitude and surrender to the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and nobody else. All the demigods are under his direction. Yes, even the sun and moon move under his direction. And over here he says, I think we should take our lunch over here. So much love. Everybody is dependent on him. But he's showing that, oh, maybe we can do this way. Maybe we can do that way. And that's why Braja Bhakti, when we come to Braj, there are things which are inconceivable. Achintya Bheda Bhed. That's why Achintya Bheda Bhed Tattva is the highest, which, how should we say, reconciles all other philosophies. Whether you are Brahman realize, Paramatma realize, whatever it is, Achintya Bheda Bhed Tattva clarifies all of them. Yeah. That's the beauty. But the Achintya part isn't the Tattva. The Achintya part is the Rasa. It's a very important aspect. We can explain so many things by so many ways, but the Achintya part is the actual Rasa, because we can mention that the mother loves the child and she is feeding the child, suppose. And that's what she does. In the morning she gets up, she cleans the baby, she looks and she tends to the baby. That's it. We can write books about it. The men can go out there and write books about it. But eventually it is still a failure, because nobody can express what is she feeling. It is achintya. It is not possible. Somewhere you might imagine, but can you really feel it? No. And that's why these pastime, I remember, it was Namapriya Mataji's home only. Romapad Maharaj was giving this pastime only. That how Brahma Vimohan Leela only it was, I think 3-4 years back. And then that I had asked this question, that we know that Krishna does this, does that. So then what is the inconceivable part over here? He does so many things. He's hanging out with the children. We know that Brahma took the kids and then he's beating them up. Not beating them, sorry. Then Krishna beats up the demons. We know all of this. So what is the achintya part? And then he said that the taste is in the pudding. It's not just by knowing we can understand. And that's why when we express and we share, we think that knowing the pastimes of Radha and Krishna, the intimate ones, then we become a pure devotee. I know so much. Yeah, you know so much, but you do not know what it means. Yes. A small boy and girl can discuss about marriage and everything in so many ways, but they do not know what actually happens. What is the duties and how things are working, how to take care of the family. They do not have any clue. They can imagine that, oh, this is what is going on. But actually it's not there. So we can put our own imposition on the Lord and say that, oh, this is how he feels. But it is totally different. Yes, it is way higher, it's because there is no love in this world, it's just lust. That's why it's very difficult to understand the pastimes of the Lord. It's not about having fun, at least for the Gopas. It's about giving pleasure to Krishna. But Krishna's greatest pleasure is to give pleasure to his devotees. And that's why to taste that he comes as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to relish these pastimes, to see what these devotees feel for me. How are they getting so much happiness just by giving pleasure to me, not thinking about themselves? But that's why over here when Shukdev Goswami says, I think, we should take this lunch over here. Since we are already hungry because the time is very late. Here the cows may drink water. He is giving reasons of why we should have lunch over here. Yes. He is saying that, the Gopas might ask, why over here? Why not somewhere else? Then he is giving the reasons. That is such a beautiful place. And we can be near the cows. And we don't have to worry about it. And that's why accepting Lord Krishna's proposal, yes, Prabhupada writes in the next verse, yes, Tatha iti, as Krishna proposed, the other cowherd boys agreed. Yes. They allowed to drink water. The cowherd boys allowed the calves to drink water from the river. Eventually he can control all of this. But there is that relishment that, Krishna wants this, so let me actually do it. Let me try to give him pleasure. And so, they allowed their calves to drink water from the river and then tied to the trees where there was green tender grass. The thing is that the cows were tied to the trees. The calves were tied to the trees. And still, Brahma, when the kids saw that the calves were not there, they were gone. And they were worried. Yes, it's an indication that something different was happening. Who stole them? Obviously somebody stole them. Because they were tied before, right? Then the cow boys opened their baskets of food and began eating with Krishna in great transcendental pleasure. In the shloka, Samam Bhagavata Muda. Yes, in transcendental pleasure. Bhagavata, with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Shukdev Goswami mentioned that Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Samam, equally. Yes, they both enjoyed equally. There is nobody equal to the Lord, but still they enjoyed equally. Yes, that's the loving nature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Godhood is so covered because of their love that Krishna behaves like a common cowherd boy. Yes, we say for Damodar Ashtakam that Krishna allowed Yashoda Mai to actually get bound, because who can bind the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Nobody can. And many years back I had mentioned this point that it's true, Krishna allows, but it doesn't feel that right, That means he's still in control. And then Maharaj in the Kartik Yatra, he was mentioning that yes, he allowed, but at the same time he's subdued by the love of Yashoda Mai. And because of her love, there is no other option for Krishna to get bound. And I was so happy when he said this point, because one pastime can have many interpretations. And that's why Amrendra Prabhu, when he mentions that there are, in some or the other way, you see Sakhya Rasa, you see Vatsalya Rasa, it's taken as Vatsalya. But then Satyavrat Muni, in the end, our acharyas give that no, this is actually Madhurya. He entered Madhurya in the end. Namo Radhikaya Todiya Priyaya Namo Nanta Nilaya Devaya Tubhyam. In the end, he is a failure. Because Krishna might not say that, it's fine, I don't want to. But then when he's praying to Srimati Radharani, then Krishna doesn't have a choice. Then he has to appear. Yes. Why? Because of the mood of Srimati Radharani is Aslishava Padaratam Pinashtumam. There is no desire, Anya Abhilashita Shunyam. There is no abhilasha of any kind. Yes. And what is the only abhilasha? Krishna Anushilanam. Yes, Maharaj was mentioning this. Krishna Anushilanam. That whatever is Anushilanam, which gives pleasure to the Lord, which is favorable to the Lord, that bhakti is the highest bhakti. Yes. Jnana karma anavritam anyabhilashita shunya. The abhilasha to only serve the Lord is the highest bhakti. Yes. Anyabhilashita shunya jnana karma di anavrita anakulyana krishnanu shilanam bhakti uttamam. What is the uttam bhakti? Which is Krishna Anushilanam. It is favorable to the Lord. That means it gives pleasure to the Lord. Yes. And it is not desired. There is nothing in exchange. What is the exchange? That you might be happy. That you may be happy. And that is the sthiti, that is the position of all these cowherd boys. Punya Punja. Sita Punya Punja. What is the qualification of these boys? Because they are anyabhilashita. There is no abhilasha. Yes. One might say that yes, Srila Prabhupada came to give this love and to take us back home, back to Godhead. Because by consistent studying of his books, we come to this conclusion that no, it's not about me. Even though theoretically we might come to that conclusion, but at least it is theoretical. The sadness is that when devotees do not even know theoretically that that is the aim of life. It's not to go back home, back to God. It is. But in what mood? Yes, in what mood? The mood is given, anyabhilashita shunyam. Yes, to serve. In the mood of the gopis. What is the meaning of serving in the mood of the gopis? In the footsteps of the Vrajavasis. For us, to say, it's very easy to give a seminar on this, but it's very difficult to practice anyabhilashita, because eventually we are habituated to do bhakti because somebody else is looking at us. There is no personal bhajan going on. It's very rare. Yes, that I have interest and then I sit down and there is nobody watching and I do not tell it to anyone. Anand Vrindavan Prabhu in Chaupat, he mentioned this point, that people people are habituated to tell that, oh, I'm doing Nirjala Ekadashi, and then Nirjala I did, this way, that way. Oh, you did not do? Oh, wow. Yeah, but I did, I have to do, Oh, you don't have to do, something like that. I did these many rounds of chanting. And that's why anyabhilashita shunyam, very difficult. Very difficult. Why? Because we see we are doing it because of authority. My authority might, say something. He might expose me out there. Oh, what if I do this? Then I won't be respected among devotee community, and then I'll be discarded because of my this, that. That's true in one way, yes. But the other way is also, why am I doing it? Is it because of that only? Okay, if it is that only, then it's a big problem. Oh no, because Krishna won't like it also. Then there is some aspect given to the Lord. Then it's 90-10. 90% myself and then 10% Krishna. And then it slowly and steadily we practice doing that. Krishna being pleased and the acharyas being pleased because you want to try and follow the acharyas. The acharyas bestow, and then the day comes when we do it for the Lord only. And that's the day when you go back home, back to Godhead, to Goloka Vrindavan. Yes. Yes. Because Braja Bhakti is not something, it's very different than whatever is offered by other sects also. Yes, it's very different, very different. The surrender is so much. It's unlimited surrender. You cannot imagine. Uddhava going back, Uddhava being the greatest of the scholars, learned under Brihaspati, not some guru in this world, of this, earthly planet. No, the Brihaspati only takes disciples who are demigods at the level of demigods. They have everything, the punya and everything and all that stuff. Then only he'll make you somewhere. But Uddhava was not over there. He was here on this planet. But still, Brihaspati took him. Why? So special. And still he goes to Braj and says that I want to become a blade of grass. A blade of grass. Because I do not understand what this means. How is it possible? He already had unlimited bhakti. And still he goes to Braj and then he still surrenders that I do not have anything. We cannot even imagine what the level of these devotees is. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Gopir pada kamalayor dasa dasa dasa. To follow the footsteps of these gopis. Yes. And that's why Rupa Goswami starts with that whole thing, Anya Bhilashita Shunyam. Eventually we have to reach that stage by the mercy of the Lord. And to reach that, that's why all these other things are given. The same things, whether it is coming to the temple, whether it is taking darshan, everything is judged. Because the Lord is there in the heart. He knows why we are doing it very clearly. Sometimes it is so covered. Somebody had actually sent me this video of Maharaj saying this, that sometimes the ego is so covered that you cannot see past it. You think you are doing the best, but eventually the ego is covered you so much that you are not able to see what is going wrong. It's like I come in front of the altar and then I see, and then somebody asks, oh, you are so surrendered. Yes, I am. Oh, no, I am not. But in the heart, I know I am. But then externally, it's like the ego is covered so much that even though you're thinking that I'm coming for bhukti and mukti, I start thinking that I'm anyabhilashita shunyam. I'm coming only for the Lord. No, but you're seeing who's watching me, what is going on. I ask a question, suppose, there's sometimes I've seen in classes when Maharaj comes and all, somebody asks a question, and then that person who's asking the question, he'll be looking here and there. Why will you be looking here and there? The question was for yourself, right? Aren't you eager to have the answer? Or you just wanted to ask it for the sake of it? But then no, we are anyabhilashita shunyam. Ego covers it so nicely, perfectly, that we start thinking that, I am somebody. It's with everyone. Till the time we do not reach the stage of pure devotional loving service of the Lord, it is going to be there. And that's why that yardstick in our head should be very clear. What is the yardstick? The yardstick, the level of judgment is anyabhilashita shunya. Yes, I might be doing, the 12-hour kirtan, and then complaining nobody shows up. Yes, it's nice. I'm at least doing it. Maharaj says, at least we should do it. It's better not to do it at all and going home and just sleeping it off. It's better at least you're doing it. Aropya bhakti. Aropya bhakti means because it is by popular opinion we are doing it. Popular opinion. Everybody else is doing it, so I have to do it. Popular opinion. Nice. But Shuddha Bhakti, pure unalloyed devotional service, unmotivated, something totally different. Totally different. And that's why over here, why these kids, why is Krishna putting up a proposal to such people and not us? That is the difference. Because they only care for Krishna and then Krishna only cares for them. Ya yathama prapadyante. Krishna only cares because they are 100% into, when invested in the relation. Yes, when marriage proposals and everything is done, are you 100% invested in this relation? Then the other person will be like, yeah, I am. Are you sure? And that's why even companies, when they hire people, they have this HR round, the behavioral round. Why? They want to see the attitude of the person. Is he going to do it? Is he really a worthy candidate to actually deal with other people? Will he be a nice employee? Even karmis use it. Yes. This is a universal thing. It's not, sometimes we think that bhakti is different than whatever is going on in the outside world. No, it's not. It's lack of our understanding that we are not able to see that bhakti is actually universal. Everything works because of bhakti. Nothing is apart from the principles of bhakti. A businessman has to have faith that the profit which he is going to get is going to make him happy, is going to earn him more money and a bigger bank balance and a bigger business. He has to have that faith, and that's why he's working every single day. Let's say somebody doesn't have faith that tomorrow might never come, then he will be sleeping forever. What faith does he have? He'll try to not sleep at all. But he has faith that if I sleep today, tomorrow I'll get up and do these things. Where is that faith coming from? Yes, people say, how can you be blinded by faith? But the thing is that the whole world is on faith. Yes, a whole world. If I push the accelerator, I have faith that the car is going to move forward. Yes, internally I have the faith. I'm convinced. Yes, it's not like every single time I press the pedal and maybe it will work, maybe it won't work. No, I know it will work because I have faith. Everything works because of bhakti. And that's why when we make these distinctions that yes, we have to be contemporary, but there is no modern preaching. It's contemporary preaching. You see how the level of that person is, and then you interact at that level. But that doesn't mean that everybody has to be on that level. No, not necessary. A person who's a real Vedantist, even if he talks like Srila Prabhupada, he spoke straight from the Bhagavad Gita. And who are these people? They had no background of anything. They were not coming to yoga classes, but they took it directly. Why? Because he knew he was not ashamed. He was comfortable with himself. The whole point is that we are not comfortable, that we have the highest, we are not invested in the relation as much. That's why we find these problems that, this person is new, so I have to be this careful. No, it's fine. This is how it is. Because eventually, one day or the other, they are going to face it, right? And then at that point, they'll go. No, but at least they chanted for some time. I agreed. But why not focus on those people who are ready to surrender? Yes. Why not focus on them? Yes. They will, if they become convinced, they can bring 10 more other people. But if we hide it, no, this is not it. No, I am not convinced myself. Then the other person doesn't get convinced at all. And that's why when these great souls come, all the Maharajas who come, they actually have that faith that nothing works. Only Krishna consciousness works. Then, that because of that faith, even commoners, even though they see the dress, they see, like Mahavishnu Maharaj when he took everybody for Harinam. Everybody saw the dress, everybody saw the hat, everybody saw the accordion. He was wearing sannyasi clothes. The brahmacharis were wearing saffron clothes. They were not wearing, pants and shirts. But we had such a successful Harinam, such a successful Harinam. And after that, everybody started wearing, their own, no, we have to be this, we have to be that. Who came? Nobody came. But when Maharaj did it, everybody was there. Nobody was uncomfortable. The thing is that we are uncomfortable. Yes, no, people will say this, people will say that. But Krishna will protect, right? Yes, we use our intelligence. We do not go to the skinheads and then tell them to do stuff. But that doesn't mean that we have to be uncomfortable with our own culture. Very difficult point, very picky point, touchy point. It really needs advancement in bhakti and maturity. If we have misgiving that the material world and the modern world has something more to offer than what we have, then we will obviously fall for this all. Otherwise, open-minded people who are actually liberal, see, the conservative people will never come anyways. They will do their own thing anyways. Yes, whether we are wearing pants and shirt or not. But actually the people who are interested, they will see that they are doing something which is commonly done by everybody else. Then why should I go over there? So they will not come either way. So what do we lose? We lose everybody in the process of pleasing the public. But Krishna conscious devotees are not meant to be people pleasers. Yes, they are meant to be Krishna pleasers and to be the leaders of the society. That's what Prabhupada said. Yes, and that's why we have to be comfortable. We have to be convinced that nothing works. Yes, and then time, place, circumstance. Yes, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Grantara Srimad Bhagvatam ki jai.